Hi, welcome to Learn Digital Photography Now. What do you do when things go wrong with your digital camera? Because let's face it, if anything can go wrong, it will. The following are some tips and ideas of some things that might happen and what you could possibly do to fix them. If your camera appears to be turned off, it may simply have entered the sleep mode. This happens if you don't use any controls for a specific period of time. The camera will enter the sleep mode to reduce the battery drain. To wake up your camera, you can press the shutter button halfway down or even turn the camera off and then on again. After about an hour or so of inactivity, some cameras turn off completely. Now you can often change the time it takes before your camera enters sleep mode or turns off completely by reading your user manual. If you are unable to turn on your camera, check that the batteries are not dead, double check that they have not been removed, or also you could possibly see if your memory card is inserted correctly. If you notice that your battery drains rapidly, try to stop using the monitor to take and review your pictures. Also, if it's cold outside, keep the battery or camera under your coat to keep them warm. When you turn on the camera, a battery-shaped icon on the control panel indicates when the batteries are fully charged, whether they're getting low, or whether they have run down completely and need to be replaced. If you receive an error message when you turn your camera on about a problem with your memory card, you can remove the memory card and try to reinsert it, or try a brand new memory card. If you are unable to take pictures, it may be because your memory card is full. To free up room for new pictures, try to move the images to a computer and then erase your memory card. You could also delete some of the pictures you don't need or switch to a smaller image size. If you notice that there's a shutter delay, some cameras all have a delay built in between pressing your shutter button and when the shutter opens. This can cause you to miss great pictures. Take a lot of pictures and get familiar with the length of time the shutter delay is so that you can be prepared and take fabulous pictures. To control which part of the scene the camera focuses on, read your user guide so you understand how focus works in various exposure modes. If you notice that the focus lamp blinks when you press the shutter button halfway down, your camera might be having problems focusing. If you notice that your photos are too dark when you're using the flash, you might be too far away from your subjects. Most built-in flash units are good only up to about 10 feet, so you might want to get a little bit closer to your subjects. If your photos are too light when using your flash, you might want to reduce the flash power. If you notice that your pictures are blurred, you may not be holding the camera as steady as you can. Most blurry photos are caused by jabbing at the shutter button. You could also possibly be too close to the subject, or your subject may be moving too fast. Never take pictures of the sun or any other bright light source. Not only can looking into the sun or taking pictures of the sun damage your eyes, but also the camera's image sensor. If you notice that your photos are not turning out the way you expect at all, it may be because the camera remembered some changes that you made in the settings and is continuing to use that changed setting. Some cameras will remember those changed settings even when you turn the camera off and then back on. Check your user guide to see if you can reset the camera back to the factory default. To receive a free digital photography report of your very own, please head over to www.learndigitalphotographynow.com.